Hey everyone, it's Jared and Chase, and we're taking a look here at Counter-Strike Go.
What's going on, everybody?
Which it's gonna be hard to play and talk at the same time. But this is the first Counter-Strike release in how long has it been? Like 6 years? I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think the last one was what, 2004,
Oh,
2003.
something like that. Maybe it was a
Yeah.
while ago. Uh, but yeah, so this is the newest updated version, and right now we're playing Arms Race, which is the new gun game if you played that before. And we're counter-terrorists. Pretty much, this is just Counter-Strike again. I mean, it's not much different than the old one, other than fixing a few problems with the hitboxes and whatnot. What do you think of it so far, Chase?
I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's Counter-Strike, so you know what you're gonna get. It's based on the same source engine that every other Counter-Strike has basically been based on, right?
Right.
Been using. So it's not gonna blow you away with its insane visuals or anything, but it does look good.
Yeah, it looks good for Source Engine for sure.
And you know, the gameplay is good.
I hate this
Counter-Strike.
map.
Yeah, this map is just garbage, yo. But yeah, the crappy thing about Arms Race is trying to get these maps, certain ones.
Right. Well, it depends. Like, if you play, now they have two things. They have a matchmaking. We'll probably hop out to the menu then and show you that. But there's matchmaking for this, or you can join server browsers, so you still have, you know, classic way of joining. And then, of course, in server browsers, you just play your custom maps and custom games. Yeah, the only difference as far as gun game, if you care about gun game, is it starts a little bit different. Like, the standard with gun game was always starting with the pistol and moving up, but now you're starting with machine guns and moving through. But yeah, you played a lot of 1.6. How do you feel it differs from 1.6? Is it better, worse?
I feel like it's a little better. 1.6 is always going to have, you know, that kind of special place in your heart.
Sure.
If you ever played it, because it's kind of the way that people really got into Counter-Strike, or like they just played it for such a long time that it's going to be hard. It's kind of like going from, you know, a Call of Duty to another Call of Duty after you've been through Call of Duty 4, or like another Call of Duty. I find this game to be a lot of fun. I've played it for a couple hours now just to get a little handle on it and stuff like that. But yeah, there are some people who play this game that are so good that you really wonder, like, how in the world they're that good.
Right. Well, I mean, it's most certainly a skill game, but I feel like this, more than every other Counter-Strike, most Counter-Strikes I've always felt like there was a definite large barrier to entry, steep learning curve. But in this one, I feel like it's maybe it's just because a lot of people are playing it right now, but it feels a little bit more easier to get into.
Yeah, it seems like this one. I don't know if it is like the times that it's come out, like just being the time that we're living in. You know, like you know, go online and look at like spots and how to play or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, it definitely seems like this is the easier of them all to get into.
Yeah, and I think that having the matchmaking and not just the server browser helps out a lot.
Oh, I tried to that completely failed.
The thing to do here is they actually throw bots in the middle of the game if you don't have enough people to balance it out, which I don't know how I feel about. I mean, the bots aren't terrible,
But they're not good. They're definitely not good.
I mean, people who are playing competitively anyway aren't going to be playing matchmaking. They're not even going to be really playing in any clubs at all. So they're going to be having their own private matches. So I guess it doesn't affect them. So for those of us who aren't playing super competitive, isn't too bad to have something in there to equal it out.
Right. Yeah. I just got killed by a bot right there who just spawned. But yeah, they definitely try and make general games, casual games on here, playable. So I like that a lot.
Now, I played a lot of Source, and I can say for one that the hitboxes in Source were atrocious, and this game, they have fixed the hitboxes for sure. I mean, I wouldn't say they're perfect, but they're way better than they were in Source, because they were a mess. And I feel like, this is something I said in our most recent podcast, but I feel like there are a lot more viable weapons to use in this than there were in Source.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong. The shotguns, they're hit or miss for me, but yeah.
Yeah, depending on what you're playing, I mean. Have you played any of the other modes?
Yeah, I play,
Dang.
most of the time when I play on my own, I play classic casual, but
Right.
yeah, I try to play everything. Like right when I get a game, I hop in like in every game mode and stuff. I need a knife kill to win here, by the way. Damn near impossible.
Stuck on the op.
Like I'm running across the whole map trying to sneak up on people, but it's just, especially in this map, it's just impossible.
Oh, you might lose.
Yeah, I'm getting shotgunned and.
Well, after this, we'll hop out to the menu and we'll show everyone a little bit of their of the other options that they have available.
That spawns me on the floor. Oh, I got this guy. He doesn't see me. Yeah, there it is.
Perfect.
Awesome.
16-19. All right. Well, second warm-up match for me.
All right. Well, let's exit to the main menu here and show people. Show people a little about this game. So what do you want to show them first? The accomplishments?
Yeah, I guess we could talk about how outrageous amount of achievements that there are.
Over 160 achievements. They call them accomplishments. Or they call it achievements in here, but yeah, under accomplishments.
Right. That's insane. I mean, it's cool to have that many things that if you want to work towards them, but it's a whole lot of achievements.
Yeah, some of them are pretty crazy. Like win 100 rounds, and they go from like each map here, and then it's you go to weapon specialist. There's like 100 kills for certain weapons, and then some of them are kind of luck based, like kill an enemy with a grenade after dying. You're just gonna get those while playing, but yeah, some of these are just really insane.
Yeah, and then we have the other two sections, leaderboards and stats. Now the leaderboards, that's pretty cool. They never really had that in any other Counter-Strike, and you can check between your friends list or the overall list, just yourself. The overall list obviously has something wrong with that.
Yeah,
the top people are having their KDRs are humongous.
Yeah, I'm also getting like an error on each one at the very bottom. So
yeah, so I don't know. That'll probably get fixed, but they have your rank there at the bottom, I guess, to show where you are ranked against your friends and online and whatnot. So that's cool, I guess, if you want to check that out. And then you have your stats screen, which I guess, you have a rank overall, your ELO rank. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's similar to League of Legends. So like when you play kind of casual, it doesn't really keep track of that. But if you play, we'll show you later. You can play like ranked match or competitive matches or whatever they call it, and it'll keep track. So it's kind of like the way that the game kind of pairs you up to people your own rank. So
okay.
It's a very popular way now of doing it. So yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So there's no benefits when you level up other than you're just playing against, like in StarCraft, you're playing against certain level people, right?
Right, yeah. It's not going to match a newbie and put them in like a competitive match where people seriously care about their game and stuff and what they're doing. So that's what ELO means.
Okay, cool. Well, let's jump back out, go to the play, and show some of the quick options we have in there. Whoops, I just loaded up the weapons course. so I guess I'm going into that. So you could talk about what you see while I get back out of that.
Yeah, you have the standard, find a game, play with friends. That's where Jared and I, we clicked on play with friends, and then you can invite your friends and stuff. You see I have Jared and Devin from the podcast here, and then I have another buddy on here right now. You can invite them and play like that way. You can community quick play, which is it may include maps or modes that offer a different experience than the official servers. So some people use the SD kit that comes with this and kind of mods it a little bit. Maybe you get like a higher jump or a faster fire rate or decreased spawn time or something like that. You can browse the community servers, which just allows you to see. Here you go. I'm
Just open up your server browser.
Yeah, showing it off right now. So,
and this has all your. If you've played Counter-Strike in the past or most older PC games, the regular server browser that you can jump in. You can find all your old stuff. There's still surfing. I don't know if you tried any surf maps or anything like that recently, but they have surfing. There's jailbreak. All those things that you expect to see in a Counter-Strike game. There's still those modes existing here in CS:GO. I haven't played any of them. I want to. Have you played Jailbreak or Surfing or anything like that?
No, not in CS:GO. I haven't.
All right. And other than that, there's just offline with bots and a weapons course. Which offline with bots, I guess that's cool if you want to play with some bots. But the weapons course doesn't make any sense. I don't know if you went through that at all. I just went through it quickly to check it out, and it really makes no sense. You're just kind of. It's something that anyone who's ever played a first-person shooter ever should be able to handle, so it kind of seems out of place.
Yeah, I think the offline with bots is the step up from weapons course. I think the weapons course is kind of like for people who are extremely new to first-person shooters at all. And then the offline with bots is those people who get like, I don't know, maybe that online anxiety for like playing with other people.
Nervous.
Right, yeah. So you can't play against people who aren't gonna talk to you when they kill you.
Right. All right, well, let's jump in a game here and let's play a little bit more classic Counter-Strike for people.
All right, so we're going to go to, here's the play with friends list, and you're going to go to game settings, and then you have Arms Race, which is the gun game that we played. You get Demolition, which is, I think, what do you think, Jared? Is it the thing that most people play when they play Counter-Strike?
What, this or Demolition?
Demolition.
I think there's a good number for both. The difference between Demolition is that you don't buy at the beginning of the round, and you start with a certain number and or a certain weapon, and then you move up a ladder of weapons as you get kills every round. So it's kind of a meld between Arms Race and the classic bomb defusal mission, but I don't know. I think people play a little bit of both. I still get a good amount of people to play Demolition as I do with Classic.
So which one do you want to jump into, Demolition or a Classic?
It doesn't matter at all. I guess we could show off Classic just so people can see like the buy wheel and stuff like that.
Okay. So let's go to, we'll go to Dust. And
the Classic. Well, Dust too, but...
Now the buy wheel here is pretty important. You have a couple of things that you can do. You can buy a couple of grenades for every round. You can buy a cheaper weapon and save your money that you earn. So there's different strategies that you can do.
The nice thing about it, you can both on the, because this is on 360 as well, but you can also play with the controller if you have like a 360 controller or whatever to plug in. You can use that on the PC version, and the buy wheel is set up in a way that it's obviously a wheel, and it's really easy if you're using a controller or a mouse and keyboard to buy from it. Of course, it still has your shortcuts, like if you want to just hit 1 2 3 4 and get exactly what you want, so that's still there. But if you're using a controller, then you still have very easy access to buying stuff. Alright, what are we? Counter-terrorist?
I'm a shotgun guy myself. What about you?
I don't even know in this one anymore. I mean, I'm so used to playing, I mean, I played a lot of Source, so it's like M4. Like, I mean, that's all you... M4, a Deagle, depending on if the op was available. So, like, that's the stuff that I was used to. But, like, they have Molotov cocktails now, which is something I don't think they ever had in any previous...
How am I not hitting it?
I think that's me playing against each other.
Oh, are we?
Yeah,
Posting up in that hallway, huh?
why not? Now the only boring thing is then... Now I'm on your team. Now the only boring thing is now that we'll just be sitting on a screen watching other people play if we die. Are you dead?
Yep.
Alright. I mean, there's not too much that has changed. Obviously, it's standard Dust. If you've played Counter-Strike before, you've seen Dust. You know what Dust is. It plays virtually exactly the same. Now, did you play 6 competitively at all?
No.
Were you super
no.
serious? Okay. 'Cause I was gonna say, we couldn't really talk like deep strategies or anything about any of these maps. So if you're looking for that, you have to look elsewhere.
Yeah, if you hop into any Counter-Strike and you want to play competitively like that, you pretty much have to roll with the team. You're gonna have a pretty hard time just jumping into like a random team and playing strategically. Like, you have to have a set goal going into each map.
Right. I mean, but that's what the great thing about this matchmaking is that it kind of you're playing with a lot of people who aren't super serious. I mean, sometimes you get some serious players, but a lot of people aren't worrying about tactics or anything like that. They're kind of just playing, so it's not overwhelming. Now, for those of you who don't know, Counter-Strike, I guess we should explain, Counter-Strike is a little bit different than most FPSs. It's very, very skill-based in the sense that, not skills like you earn skills, but it's all about how you shoot. Like in Call of Duty, you can spray a lot and you can get kills, and as you're getting shot, you can run. But in Counter-Strike, if you start getting shot, you need to shoot back. You can't just run. That's not an option because you start slowing down. So it's all about getting the headshot, learning how to move around corners, jump around corners, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's really very few weapons have a zoom capability too. They're the more expensive weapons. They're, like as you saw right there, that guy used burst fire because if he would have just held in that trigger, his reticle would have went everywhere.
Right.
So you really have to really know what you're doing. Crouching helps a lot. That's a pro tip from me to you.
Headshots are everything.
Yeah, they really are. Headshots help
If you can get
a
them.
lot.
Whoa, lag.
Try not to shoot your teammates like I did.
That happens almost once around. When me and Devin are playing, there is always something that says, like, Mr. Noodle has shot his teammate. I can't help it. People are dumb. They just jump in front of me, and I'm not going to stop shooting if you're going to walk in front of me. That's your own fault. You need to have common sense to jump in front of me.
I always seem to die, like, instantly, and I don't understand.
The one thing that feels different about this, at least playing in these matchmaking servers, is that people don't even really attempt to plant the bomb.
Right.
When I play, when we used to play on Source and whatnot, you play in more serious matches, people, like, almost immediately are planting the bomb. Things are happening, but in this one, it's not as common. Now there's a decoy grenade. Have you used that before?
Yeah, I've used it once, and it wasn't,
To simulate weapons.
Yeah, it's kind of cool if you are planting the bomb to throw like some sort of decoy grenade like where you were and have the enemy think you're there, stuff like that. But I would rather save my money for a better gun.
All right, and now this match is the best of 10, I believe. And then if you play the other option, which or no, is this the one that's best of 30? One's best of 10, one's best of 30. I'm not sure which is which. But you go that many rounds, and then you switch.
Yeah, best of 30 takes a while.
Right. But if you're planning on playing a while, it's a good one to pick. But I don't really have much else to say about Counter-Strike, do you?
No, I mean, it's definitely, I think what I would tell people is if you're looking for an alternative and a high skill-based first-person shooter with a great community, I think Counter-Strike is the way to go.
Absolutely. I think and the one thing, and I'm not going to say this definitively for all PC games, but you don't run into as many young kids yelling and calling you like homophobic slurs and stuff like that on Counter-Strike. It happens for sure, but it's not as prominent as you'll find on a console game like Call of Duty. But yeah, for $15 as well, it's really worth it. I mean, you're getting a lot of play out of it for $15. And a pretty cool community.
Yeah, and if it's anything like previous Counter-Strike games, this one's going to be around for quite a while.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, if you have any questions or comments about Counter-Strike, go let us know what you think. Put it in the comments, of course. And keep tuned, subscribe, all that good stuff. Whatever else, kill your teammates and warm up.
Probably the funnest thing to do.
And goodbye.